Brought to you by DK Audio.
DK Audio presents The Astronaut Diaries by astronaut Samantha Cristoforetti and Emma Roberts, read by Daphne Kouma. Chapter 1. 9 a.m, 400 kilometres above Earth. For my 7th birthday, my dad stuck glow-in-the-dark stars on my bedroom ceiling. Dad told me my stars were in the shape of the Andromeda constellation, and that was super cool because I was named after those stars. Andromeda Futura. But everyone just calls me Andi. It was that same day I decided I would become an astronaut, so I could see the real stars up close. Now I'm so much older, 11 and a half, and guess what? I'm here! I'm writing my diary from actual space. I mean, technically I'm not an astronaut yet, but both my parents are, and my big brother, Perry, which is short for perigee, the point in the moon's orbit around Earth when it's nearest Earth, my parents love a theme, has just finished his astronaut training. For this mission, I'm what's known as a spaceflight participant, which basically means I'm here as a passenger only. I mean, I've done some training back on Earth, like 1. Preparing for weightlessness in a special plane called a zero-G aircraft, aka the Vomit Comet, because things can get a bit queasy up there. 2. What to do in a whole bunch of emergencies that probably won't happen, but just in case. 3. Sessions in a simulator so I could feel what launch and re-entry would feel like. More on that later. Oh, and also how to do basic stuff like use space toilets, because even spaceflight participants need to be able to do that. It sounds a lot, but my months of training were nothing like the hard work actual astronauts have put in, as they've often trained for years before going on a mission. But here's the really cool bit. Miss Asimov, my tutor at Mission Control Center back on Earth, has promised that if I do 8 assignments and find a mission to complete while I'm on the International Space Station, she'll let me start astronaut training properly when we get back home. I'd be the youngest astronaut in training ever! Anyway, hello, dearest diary. And you already know just how dear you are, as I chose to pack you in my personal preference kit, PPK, before we left for the ISS. That's what we call the small box everyone in the crew is given to stash the special things they want to bring to space. It's no bigger than the lunchbox I used to take to school, but I've managed to cram in some great stuff. I've got extra socks, because we aren't walking around on the ground like we are on Earth. We don't need to wear shoes on the ISS. Instead, we wear socks to keep our feet warm. My favourite book, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I've read it 42 times. A piece of stromatolite. Mum gave me this. Cool fact, 3.7 billion years ago, when Earth was just a baby planet, these rock-like mounds were being made all over the place by the earliest bacterial life forms. Now, I can look at Earth while holding a really old piece of it. My favourite t-shirt. It's signed by my best friends. They're super excited that their names have made it into space. Kelsey, Dorian, Ava, Audrey. Things I wasn't allowed to bring. Cookies. If any crumbs floated off and got into the electrics, that would be bad. Although in 1965, an astronaut managed to smuggle a corned beef sandwich on board the Gemini 3 spacecraft. Nail polish. Flammable. Also bad. Smartphone. What? Perry refuses to tell me what's in his PPK, but I know Dad packed our family camera in his. Douglas, our dog.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?